Hey guys, this is your friend Cyril, and today I want to show you an all new application that is going to change the face of SEO. It's gonna make your life simpler, quite a lot simpler if you are in SEO, if you own a website and you want to promote it to get organic rankings from Google. So let me show you how it works and what it can do for you. So SEONeos is actually the most comprehensive SEO tool ever created for SEO optimization. It does two things. It does the on-page analysis of your website. Now, on-page analysis is analyzing how your website is structured, the content, to understand whether your site has all the ingredients needed to appear higher on Google search engine. Right, so what happens is if you've got the right factors on your website, if you've got all the data as the search engine wants, then you will rank higher on the search engines and you will do better. So that is what on-page analysis is all about. And on-page analysis also takes care of the Panda update. Now, for those of you who don't know what Panda is Google's update which actually evaluates your content on the website to understand whether it is suitable for higher rankings, and if it finds the content suitable, then the website gets ranked higher. So we take care of the Panda update. Make sure your website conforms to the requirement of the Panda update using the on-page analysis that we have in this software. The second thing is off-page analysis. Now this is something that is very important. Now you must have heard that link building has been the only way of doing SEO. People have been building links like crazy, and that's not so valid anymore, especially after the Penguin update, which actually deranks your website if you got a lot of bad quality links pointing to you. So this particular module, this particular part of the software takes care of the off-page analysis, which is the Penguin update. So what it does is it analyzes your backlinks. First, it gets your backlinks from Google Webmasters, or you can feed it a list of your backlinks that you could have got from Ahrefs or any of those other websites. It will accept the list of the backlinks, and it will then analyze those backlinks for quality using my custom algorithm that has over 47 parameters. So this is for off-page analysis. Now this software comprehensively gives you both off-page and on-page analysis, and it's the only software in the market that does this for you, that gives you both on-page and off-page. And both these algorithms are very powerful, containing a lot of factors. I analyzed every single thing that you need to do to rank higher on Google. So let's get started first with the on-page analysis. So to begin on-page optimization, you will need to put in the URLs that you want to analyze. You can put in any URL you want. You can type in the URL like the home page. And what you should do here is put in a URL that represents every page type, every content type from your website. So if you're running a blog, put in your home page, put in one of the article pages URL, and put in maybe if you've created any kind of custom page, or maybe the about us page or the contact us page, you can put in those two. But if you've got a blog, for example, and you've got maybe 50 or 60 articles, there is no need to put in all those 60 URLs, all those 60 article URLs in this box, because analyzing just one of those articles is going to be enough largely to give you a pretty good picture of how the optimization looks on your website. So to save time, you don't need to analyze every single URL, only each URL type, or a URL which represents a single content type. So I'm gonna just put in, for this test, I'm gonna put in one of my website home pages and then click on next. So what SEONeos does is automatically fetch that web page and subject it to the analysis that we need to do to get all the on-page data. So that's pretty rapid, actually. It's pretty fast, and you will get this screen after the analysis is finished, depending on the number of URLs that you're analyzing, the feature to the facility to create a domains review report. And when you click on it, you will get the domains review report in the HTML format, which you can see and which will tell you exactly what you need to do on your website and what is good on your website. So let's have a look on that. So this is the SEONeos report homepage. It's a regular HTML file. If you want to send it to a customer, you can actually pack it up and send it to your customer, or you can browse it yourself if it's for your own website. So here you will see a list of all the URLs that we submitted to SEONeos, and in this case we only submitted one, which was my website, so there's only one here. But if you submitted more, then all of those URLs will be listed here, and you'll be able to click on them and reach the individual report for each page. So let's have a look at the report for this page. So here's the comprehensive report, which tells you about each factor that SEONeos analyzed and whether your website passed the check or not. So for example, for this website, the title analysis was done and it did not pass it, and here is a suggestion. So SEONeos doesn't just actually subject your website to the tests, it also tells you what you need to do to fix the problem. So if there's a problem that's been detected, SEONeos will tell you this is the problem and this is how you need to fix it, so that you can go back to your website and fix that problem. So that's very important. Then the meta keywords test, it was passed. Meta descriptions, it failed again, and then we actually tell the user this is the problem that you need to solve and this is how you need to solve it. Then we've got robot tags, which was passed, hackable URLs passed, URL depth passed, heading analysis. Like that, if you can just go on and on and on. And there are, I think, about 42 different factors that SEONeos tests to give you the comprehensive view of how your website is structured and how well it actually conforms to the requirements of Google Panda update, and also the requirements of better rankings, the requirements for better rankings on Google search engine. So you can have a look at each of these tests. You will know exactly whether your website passed it or failed it, and the more green check marks you have, the better your website is structured. So you can go back to your website, fix what's wrong, and then run the test again to get better and better score. So this is the on-page part of the software. It's quick, it's fast, it's comprehensive, and you can use it to test not just your websites, but also anyone's website on the internet, maybe your competitor's website. Find out what they're doing right, find out what they're doing wrong, and try and put that in your own website. Now that's been done, let's move on to the off-page analysis in SEONeos. So here we are back to the index page, and this time we're going to do the off-page analysis or the penguin analysis for your website. So let's click on off-page. And now we are on the off-page analysis module, the penguin analysis module of SEONeos. And this particular section, this particular part of the software is going to analyze your backlinks and tell you exactly what you need to do to fix your backlinks and improve your Google rankings if you've been slapped by the penguin penalty, or if you've got bad quality backlinks pointing to your site, dragging down your rankings. So let's get started. Now again, I'm going to start with the same website. It's a pretty popular website. It's been on the internet since about 8 years now, and we've got a lot of backlinks pointing to this website from all across the internet, even before the days of Penguin. So it's a very good example of how this software works. Again, you got proxies. So if you want to work with proxies, you can put in the proxy details and this software will get the data through proxies. And this is helpful if you're a professional, if you are doing multiple checks across the day, setting a lot of hits to Google. So to protect yourself, what you can do is put in a proxy, and you'll be able to protect your computer from Google's detection system, which penalizes robotic behavior. So again, after you've entered the website URL, click on next, and Penguin and SEONeos will actually ask you if you want to use the data that's already in the software. So what SEONeos does is it saves your data at every step. So if you come back to the software later after maybe completing a part of your analysis, SEONeos will tell you if you want to restart where you left off. But for this particular demo, I'm not going to take or to use any of the data that I had saved. So I'm going to click on no. And in this software, you can actually use your backlinks from two sources. You can either get them automatically from Google, or if you've got your backlinks in a list, if you've harvested the list from Ahrefs or SEOmoz or any of those websites which give you backlinks, you can put that in the software. And using this method, using the backlink method, you can also analyze the backlinks for your competitors or your clients without having access to the site. So that is something very good if you are an agency and you want to give someone else an analysis for their website. You can get the backlinks from Ahrefs and you can feed it to SEOneos. But in this particular demo, I'm going to go with get from Google, which is the most common use case because you will be getting the data from Google most of the time. So for that, it will log in into Google, log in into your webmasters account and get a list of all the websites that are linking to you. And you can unselect, the websites that you don't want to work with. Just gonna reposition it a bit. And maybe if you want to just work with a particular number of websites, you can just check those websites. And if you're confident about some websites, like these are really good quality websites and you don't need to check them, you can remove them from the check. So for this particular demo, I'm just gonna go with one. If you want, you can go with all, but that's really gonna be a big thing if you've got a very popular website with, let's say, hundreds of domains pointing to you and maybe hundreds or thousands of links. That's going to take a lot of time. So I would say proceed in pieces, try and identify websites that you can work with earlier in batches and then proceed from there. So for this particular demo, I'm just going to go with one. So let's just pick up one of them or maybe a couple more and click on next. SEOneos actually does a number of checks to verify that your website, that the backlinks that you're getting from the website is safe. And these checks include things like whether the site that's linking to you, is it indexed in Google? So if a site is not indexed in Google, it's very clear that it's been penalized itself and a link from that website is going to harm you. Then the age of the domain that's linking to you, is it an old website? Is it a new website? Who's the registrant? Are there any backlinks for the domain that's linking to you? Is it linked in Wikipedia? Is the site actually working right now? What is the Google page rank? Has it got any malicious backgrounds or malicious penalties on it? Is it on any blacklist? Is it in any article directories which are very bad backlinks? And it also checks the neighborhood. So it actually checks whether it's got Google Analytics, whether it's got Google AdWords. It checks the domain name server for faulty, for other bad websites or other spammy websites. It checks the IP for blacklists and all the spammy signatures that it might have. And all of this data is used to build a comprehensive analysis of the sites that are linking to you to understand if they are good quality sites or bad quality sites, so that SEOneos can tell you whether you should keep that backlink or disown it or get it removed. So once you've done with the checks that you want to perform, we actually let you control whatever checks you want to perform. But let's say I would recommend that you go with all of the the checks that we're doing here, because all of them are important. So once you're ready, you can click on next again. And now SEOneos is gonna check the backlinks domains and get the data for get the backlinks from the domains and then start checking them. So click on begin now, and it's checking the websites for the factors that we just talked about. So once it's completed the analysis, SEOneos will tell you exactly what it thinks about the domains that are linking to you, and also gives you the recommendation. So if a domain, according to SEOneos, is safe, it's marked in green, and if a domain is unsafe, it's marked in red. And if SEOneos is asking you to verify that the domain is good and the domain is a bit suspicious, it's not 100% safe according to SEOneos, this is going to be marked in orange so that you can pay some special attention to it. And you will also find all the details that SEOneos got while performing these checks. So you will find things like how many links it's got pointing to itself, how old is the domain, how many backlinks it's got, is it blacklisted, what's the PR score, what's the number of pages indexed, the IP, is it been malicious, is it is it malicious safe, is it who's the registrant, what's the name server, is it up, is it in Wikipedia. All of these factors are checked, and based on these factors the domain is marked safe or unsafe. So this particular domain is marked unsafe, probably because it's very new and there are some suspicious behaviors in it. So once you've actually completed your own analysis based on this, you can actually change this. You can mark it for disavow, which will be red, or you can mark it safe. If you feel that this domain is good, you can mark it safe. Or if you want to just check links on it, because SEOneos will actually check links only on those domains which are not very safe. So if it feels that this domain needs further checking and each individual links needs to be checked, SEOneos will report that. And then when you selected the domain for which you want to check links and you click on next, SEOneos will start checking the backlinks individually. And here are the options that it gives you for this check. It lets you check for number of outgoing links. It lets you check for blacklisted URLs. And if it finds, this is another option which lets you blacklist all the URLs pointing to you from this domain if at least 30% of them, 30% of the first 100 checked are found toxic. And if all 100 are found good, then you can have the option of marking all of them as safe. And this is to actually shorten the time SEOneos needs to perform the analysis, because when you start checking each particular backlink for toxicity, it's gonna be a little while, because each check will mean a hit to the server where the data will be retrieved from, and it will be checked. And it will also check for things like, is your website ranking, or is your website listed on Google for the keyword that you're linking with? Are there too many money keywords which are spammy keywords on that page? Are there no external links on that page? Things like that, which will let you analyze whether a particular page linking to you is safe or not. So when you're ready to do that check, click on begin now. And again, SEOneos is going to log into Google, get the data, get the links, and you can now start the analysis for individual backlinks. So now SEOneos is actually checking all the links, and based on the links analysis that it did, it's giving you the recommendations that it got by analyzing that page. So here are the content of the report, the number of outlinks from that page, the number of money keywords, is it blacklisted, is it safe or toxic, the domain, is the domain safe or toxic, is the keyword ranking, the keyword that you are trying to target through this backlink, are there external links on the page, and finally the status, is it a toxic link or is the good link. So here we can see that nearly all the links from this website are toxic, but yet if you are someone who wants to do their own analysis, and based on that analysis you've reached the conclusion that this link is safe, then you can mark it safe, and it will not be made a part of SEOneos' report, which will be generated at the end. But in any case, based on analysis that we've done, these links are toxic, and you should try and remove the backlinks that are pointing to your domain from these sites, or disavow them using the Google features. So in any case, when you finished your analysis for this domain, for this particular link, click on next. And here you got 4 options: create backlinks review report, create domains review report, generate disavow file, and submit disavow file. So in the create backlinks review report, you will get a CSV file containing the data that you analyzed, containing the analysis that SEOneos did for each particular backlink that I just showed you over here. This report you will get in CSV. And in the domains review report, you will get a complete spreadsheet, again a CSV file containing the details of the domains that we analyzed and what was the result of that analysis. And in the disavow file, you will be able to create a Google compatible disavow file. Now let me give you what a disavow file is. Let me tell you what a disavow file is. Google actually lets you tell Google what domains are bad. So if you've been creating backlinks and for some reason you've got your backlinks on domains that are not good, you can submit a list of those backlinks to Google, and Google will stop using those backlinks to rate your site. So it will stop using the influence of the bad backlinks to rate your site, and your site will rate only on the organic links that you have not submitted in the disavow file. So you can submit the disavow file to Google using the Google Webmaster Tools, and Google will stop using those links to rank your website, to rate your website. So if you remove the influence of all the bad backlinks pointing to you, you will get the positive benefits of good backlinks, and your website will start appearing higher in Google search. And that you can actually do by clicking on the generate disavow file button, which will let you create a text file containing the disavow details. So I'm just going to put something on the desktop, just like test.txt, and save it. All right. And you can actually submit the disavow file automatically to Google Webmasters by clicking on the submit disavow file button, which will take you to the Google Webmasters homepage, straight to the disavow file URL, where you can just upload the file that you just created and submit it to Google Webmasters to get better rankings. So just let's just click on it, and let's open it in Google Chrome, the link. And as you can see, this is the search console, and you can click on disavow links, submit your disavow text file, and those links will be disavowed by you from Google search, and you will not be penalized for those backlinks. So this is how Google disavow works. This is how Google off-page analysis works. It gives you a complete analysis of all the backlinks that are pointing to you from all the domains that are linking to you, and it tells you which domains are safe, which backlinks are safe, so that you can build a better backlinking strategy and get more high quality backlinks from websites, and also disavow the low quality backlinks that are hurting your business.